going to be talking about finding angles, polygons, and this is the first day of Chapter 7, Section 1. Okay, and we have a formula to start off with, and it's to find the sum of interior angles of any polygon, and that's 180 degrees times n minus 2. And n is the number of sides of the polygon. So if we were to try this on a triangle, where we already know that the sum of the interior angles is 180 degrees, we can plug in 3 for n, and 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 times 180 degrees is 180 degrees. So we can use this formula for quadrilaterals, pentagon, hexagons, decagons. We can use anything to find the interior angles, the sum of the interior angles. So we're going to be using this formula today. Okay? So this first one says find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of the indicated convex polygon. Now number 1 says decagon, and if you're not sure what a decagon is, I put this chart up right here, and if you lose this chart, you always can go to page 30 of your page 30 of your book, and it will give you this same chart as well. So a decagon is a 10-sided polygon. So to find the sum of the measures of the interior angles, we're going to use our formula, 180 n minus 2. And so for number 1, the decagon is going to be 180 times 10 minus 2, which is 180 times 8, which is going to end up to be 1,440 degrees. Let's do the next one. Hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides, so this is going to be 180 times 6 minus 2, which is 180 times 4, and that's going to be 720 degrees for the sum of the interior angles of a hexagon. Now anything above 12, they just call it the number of sides gone. 13 gone, 14 gone, 55 gone. So for a 13 gone, that means it has 13 sides. It's going to be 180 times 13 minus 2, which is 180 times 11, which is going to be 1,980 degrees. Our very last one is a 25 gon, so it has 25 sides, so that's 180 times 25 minus 2, which is 180 times 23. So that's going to be 4,140 degrees. So that's how you find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of any convex polygon. Now what we can do is we can kind of go in reverse. I can give you the sum of the measures of the interior angles, and then we can find the number of sides and then classify it, because n is the number of sides. So we're still using our formula, our 180 times n minus 2, but we also have to include that this is equal to the sum of interior angles. And if we write our formula like this, we can plug in 2,160 degrees into where the sum of interior angles is. So we can do 2,160 is equal to 180 times n minus 2. So we can plug it in where the sum goes, and then we can solve for n to classify the polygon. So the first up is going to be, let me just section this off. We're going to distribute, so we get 2160 equals 180n minus 360. Add our 360. Which is 2520 equals 180n, and then we divide by 180, which gives us 14, so this is a 14 gon right there. So what I want you to do is I want you to do 2, 3, and 4 on a piece of paper. I'm going to put the answers up, and I want to check you to check your answers to see if you're getting this algebra right. So I'll give a few seconds. these answers up. 32 gone for number 2. 20 gone for number 3. And 28 gone for number 4. So I want you guys to solve these and see if you get the right answers. The next one is when we're actually seeing the shape. We're seeing the polygon, and we're trying to find a missing angle Q. And since it's a missing angle, I'm going to put an X right here to make things a little bit easier. So there's a process that I've given you, a few questions to answer, a few things to do, and this will help you when solving for missing angle measurements or variables when we're talking about interior angles. So the first question is, how many sides does it have? Well, this polygon has 4 sides. And so if it has 4 sides, we can find the sum of the interior angles using the 180 times n minus 2 formula. So we can plug this in. We say 4 minus 2. So 180 times 2. So the sum of interior angles is 360 degrees. Depending on how many sides the polygon has is what the sum will be. So that will change from question to question. Now that you know the sum of the interior angles, we can add up all these angles and set it equal to the sum. So we can say x plus 85 plus 80 plus 120 will equal 360. We set it equal to the sum. Now what we can do is we can combine like terms. So we can add these up. So this is going to be x plus 285 is equal to 360. Subtract your 285. And you get 75 for the value of x, or the angle Q. So those are the steps you're going to have to take. Let's look at another one of these. Okay, same steps. It's going to ask us how many sides does it have. So let's count these. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. To find the sum of interior angles, we plug it into the formula, which is 180 times 4. Which is going to equal 720. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add up all the angles and set it equal to 720. So we are going to start off with 7x minus 8 plus 5x plus 5 plus 4x minus 13 plus 5x minus 2 plus 140 plus 95. And we're going to set it equal to 720 because that is the sum of the interior angles. Our next step is to combine like terms. This is where some mistakes are made, so make sure you're very careful when combining your like terms. 7x plus 5x plus 4x plus 5x is going to be 21x. Next up, we're going to combine our numbers or constants. So we get negative 8 plus 5 minus 13 minus 2 plus 140 plus 95. And that gives us a positive 217, and that'll equal 720. So make sure you're being very careful about combining like terms. Let's subtract the 217. And we get 21x equals 503. Divide by the 21. And we get about 23.95 for our value of x rounded. Okay? So I have 2 more problems following the same steps. We have to find out how many sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So we do 180 times 5 minus 2. So that is going to equal 540 degrees. So that's what we're going to set all of our angles equal to? So let's start with the 2x plus 7 plus 2x plus 3x minus 41 plus 2x plus 7 plus 120 is going to equal 540 degrees. Let's combine our like terms. 2x, 2x, 3x, 2x. And that gives us 9x. Then we have positive 7, negative 41, positive 7, positive 120. So 7 minus 41 plus 7 plus 120. And that is going to be a positive 93 equals 540. We subtract our 93. So we have 9x equals 447. Divide by 9. And we get about 49.67 approximately for that one. Okay. Our next one, same thing. We count our sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. Plug that into our equation. And so our sum of interior angles is 360 degrees. Be careful. This box up here, this right angle, is a part of your equation. Don't forget to add in your 90. That is an angle. Don't skip over that. So let's start with the 90. Let's do 90 plus 6x plus 5 plus 4x plus 10x plus 5 is equal to 360. Let's combine like terms. 6x, 4x, and 10x. That's going to give us a 20x. And then let's see, 95 and 5. 95 and 5 is 100. And that will equal 360. Subtract the 100, and we get 20x is equal to 260. Divide 260 by 20, and we get 13.